Hi everybody, I'm Brian Lebrecht, owner and chief instructor at Kosho Karate, Battleground, Maine. And to my right is Richard Karen. He's my senior staff instructor. Welcome to another episode of Personal Protection 101. Last week we covered Tambo, which is a 2-foot stick. We went over all the basic strikes and grips and stuff like that, some basic releases and some controls and pins. Tonight what we're going to do is we're going to work on tactical pen. Okay, tactical pens come in a variety of sizes and styles. They're pretty much close in diameter and length, but here are two different ones. I have another one in this pocket here. So when you're using tactical pen, like tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to cover the basic strikes, how to pass it from hand to hand, and we're going to do some releases with this and some controlling techniques with it. Also, we're going to show you how to not to disarm people, but how to avoid getting hit. Remember, what I've been repeating in the last 2 episodes is the best way to protect yourself is to avoid situations. Okay. And so tonight what we're going to do is, first of all, we use for training wooden pens so they don't damage our targets and ourselves, because when we do stuff against each other, we like to make some contact. The real pens are made out of steel, so when you stick somebody with it, it doesn't feel very well. And it also can take some skin off and cause some damage. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to start with basic strikes and basic passing, all right? So when you're holding the pen, okay, you want to grip it like a fist. Okay, some of them, like the one I just gave back to Richard here, on the end is serrated. So if you put your thumb, if you're going to have it of putting your thumb on it, you're going to cut yourself. Okay, so you want to grab it like so. Okay, when we pass, it's like doing a prayer motion, pass to the opposite hand, back and forth, like so. Nothing fancy. When we do straight in or perforating strikes, you're going to be holding it this way. And again, you don't want that butt end in your hand because it'll dig it up. So you have to position it so it's not there. You got to really squeeze with your thumb and index finger. All right, so you're coming in straight in like so. All right, so without any more stalling, we're going to get right into it. Okay, so the first strikes are going to be vertical strikes. Okay, so they're going to be coming down. All the strikes are coming down. The primary target is the head. Okay, think about energy or light bulbs. Okay, what's the best way to turn off the lights? You're going to get up on a ladder and unscrew them, or you're going to hit the switch. Well, the brain is the human switch, so we attack the brain. That is always the primary target. Sometimes it's not available. The person might be 6'6" and you're 5 foot tall, so you have to go to a secondary target. But then after using those, the way we do stuff, we bring the person down to your side. So if you take out their legs or hit them low, they bend over, then you can hit them in the head. So first strikes, vertical strikes to the head. Right hand only. Ready, and hit, hit, hit. Okay, move to your right. As we went over last week, we work all the way around the target because not all attacks are from the front. Ready, hit, hit, hit. Move to your right. And hit, hit, hit. Okay, we also do this with a couple. We have as many as 5 or 6 people on one target. Okay, so you're doing teamwork. You have to be aware of your surroundings, and you want to make sure you're not hitting your friend. Okay, if Richard and I are working together, we're in a bad situation. This person might be armed with something, controlling his arm, and we're both striking. I don't want to accidentally stab him in the hand or hit him in the head. So you have to be aware of your partner. Okay, ready, and hit, hit. Move to your right. Ready, and hit, hit, hit. Move to your right. And hit, hit, hit. All right, now he's going to pass to his left. And we're going to repeat the sequence by going to the left this time. Okay, you have to be ambidextrous. Okay, even if you're dominant right, you need to work your left side, because if you injure your right hand, we talk about this in firearms training. If you happen to get shot in your right side and you can't use your hand, you better know how to shoot with your left hand. Okay, so this is what we're doing now. Ready, and hit, hit, hit. Move to your left. Ready, and hit, hit, hit. Move to your left. Ready, and hit, hit, hit. Move to your left. Hit, hit, hit. Move to your left. Pass your right. Okay, now the way to get better at manipulating weapons is to practice and practice and practice. So one of the harder things to do is to pass and to go from your strong side to your weak side. Okay? Now it's not like in the movies, you know, where you see these guys doing this kind of stuff. All right? You have to, everything has to be controlled. Okay? So we're going to do strike, pass, strike, pass. Ready? Hit. Hit. Move to your right. Hit. Hit. Move to your right. Hit. Okay, pass it back to your left, and we're going to reverse it. So we don't want to bore you doing the same thing over and over. So we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to cut back the other way. Ready, and hit. Hit. Move to your left. Hit. Hit. Move to your left. Hit. Okay. From here, pass to your right. This time we're going to do a double tap. So we're going to strike the same target with the same weapon, but 2 times. Ready? And hit. Hit. Move to your right. Hit. Hit. Okay, if you see when he moves to the right, move to your right. When he's hitting the same target. We're not going all over the place. It's about precision. All right, you got to hit the correct target with the correct weapon. Ready, and hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Same thing with the left. Ready? No, stay there. Ready, and hit. Hit. Move to your left. Hit. Hit. Move to your left. Hit. Hit. Pass to your right. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do double tap with the right, and then double tap with the left, and then pass back to the right.
One quick note on, if you're watching me hit on top of the head, all right, when I hit, I'm not just doing these small little, each time I'm bringing it right back, each time. So I'm getting my force right in. So you don't want to just go like that. You every time, pull right back in. Okay,
okay, ready, and hit. Hit. Move to your right. Hit. Hit. Move to your right. Hit. Okay, pass to your left. Same thing going back the other way. Hit. Hit. Okay, sometimes when we do drills like this, either I or Richard will be giving commands, and people are thinking you're going to be going one way, and then we'll change it around. Because the number one thing in a confrontation, the major thing that happens in a confrontation is chaos. Okay, nothing goes as planned. Okay, you have obstacles, you have chairs, you have tables, cars, people, you know, you name it, they're there, all the above. Okay, so you have to adapt to it. Okay, ready, and hit. Move to your left. Ready, and hit. Move to your left. Hit. Good. Pass to your right. Now this time we're going to do the double tap again, but we're going to hit 2 different targets. Okay, so again, that primary target is the head. Hitting somebody in the chest may hurt, may leave a bruise. Okay, when you're using a piece of metal, a good target would be hitting a bone. So we're going to go for the clavicle. So we're going to go to the head and then the clavicle. Again, it's about precision. You're not just swinging and hitting anything that's in the way. Okay, ready, and hit. Hit. Okay, we're going to go right to pass. Ready, and hit. hit. So you get a better view of that, all right? Pass to your right, move to your right. Okay, now when he's on his right side here, striking over here, he can't hit the clavicle with his right hand. Okay, so that would not be a good target. So when we say the head, we're talking about from the top of the head down to the base of the neck. All right, so he could hit him on the top of the head, he can hit him in the ear, he can hit him on the side of the neck. Ready, and hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Now when it's in his left hand, he can hit. He can hit the clavicle. It's a direct shot. Ready, and hit. Hit. Okay, pass to your right, move to your right. Okay, so the only thing in the back would be the head and the neck coming down. Ready, and hit. Hit. Okay, pass to your left. Same targets. Hit. Hit. Pass to your right. Okay, come back to the front. Okay, so those are vertical strikes. Now, if we're working together, okay, the head is a primary target, like I said earlier. Okay, we're not going for the chest and other stuff. Okay, but if his arm is in the way, okay, I may hit it. Just give it a check. Okay, there's traps you can do with the pen also. Okay, then you can hit. All right, so you need to keep that stuff in mind. There's all kinds of things going on here. If he has a weapon in his hand, okay, unlike some of the YouTube stuff where they say this was a knife and he's doing a stab, I'm not going to try to catch the blade. Okay, or I'm not going to grab the blade. Some of these so-called experts, this is the stuff they teach. Okay, so we want to avoid the situation. Okay, I have my pen, so he comes at me. I want to get out of the way, and then I'm going to stick him multiple times. Okay, one time is never enough. Okay, we're not talking about overkill, but I want to hit him a minimum of 3 times. Okay, no more than 5. If I hit somebody 5 times with a pen, and I'm hitting the correct targets and he's still standing there, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be running. Okay? All right. This time we're going to do horizontal strikes. So when you're doing horizontal, you're either doing it palm down or you're doing it palm up. Okay? So we're going to go right hand, palm down. Ready? And hit. Hit. Okay, palm up. Hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Palm down, hit, hit, palm up, hit, hit. So you can see you're hitting on the opposite sides, okay? When palm down, you have to hit on the opposite side of the head. When you're hitting palm up, you're hitting on the same side, okay? All right, pass to your right and move to your right. Okay, so again, the head right now is the primary target, so he's going to hit in the back of the head and in the front. Okay, well, is he going to hit him in the eye? Is he going to hit him in the mouth? Or is he going to hit him in the nose? No, he's going to hit him in the head. Okay, ready, and hit. 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 Okay, move to your right. Okay, pass to your left. Hit. 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 Pass to your right. Move to your right. Okay, hit, 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 hit. Good, move to your right. Okay, this time, like we did with the vertical strikes, we're going to do double taps. Okay, so double tap, palm down. Ready, and hit, hit, palm down, hit, palm up, hit, move to your right. Okay, the purpose we do impact training is to see how good your grip is. If I'm holding it with like a really wimpy grip and I go boom and it slides out, that's no good. Okay, and again, like I said, I don't want to put my thumb on the top because if I have that serrated edge pen, and I have 5 different style pens, and most of them have a really sharp point or they have that serrated edge. So you stick your thumb on there. The only one that doesn't is this one here. Okay. All right, ready? Fix my mic here. And hit. Hit. Sorry for this, but there we go. All right. Technical difficulties. Ready, pass to your left. Hit. Hit. Move to your right, pass to your right. Hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Hit. Hit. Okay, pass to your right and come back to the front. Okay, so we did vertical strikes and we did horizontal strikes. What's left? Straight in strikes. Okay? So, you're going to pinch it with your thumb and your index finger. And you got to really, on these, you really got to squeeze hard. Otherwise, it's going to go flying out of your hand. And that's useless. Okay? Ready? And hit. Hit. When we're practicing on this torso target, we're aiming for the eye. Okay? We're aiming for, we're going for precision. In a real situation, the person's moving. They're not going to just stand there and let you go pop in the eye or pop in the throat. Okay, so as you're fighting, you're moving around, boom. If you get it in the eye, fine. But the primary target is what? The head. Okay, ready? And hit. 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 Pass to your left. Hit. 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 Pass to your right, move to your right. Now when you're hitting on the side of the head, you have all this. You have the neck. You may get the eye from the side. The ear is a really good target. Okay, base of the skull, underneath the jaw, all those spots. Again, the person's going to be moving, most likely, you know. So you got to add into that. That's why we do what we do. With more as realistic as we can make it. Obviously, you're not going to stab each other and draw blood, but we want to make it as realistic as possible. Ready? And hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Hit. Hit. Pass to your right, move to your right. Ready, and hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Hit. Hit. Good. Pass to the right, come back to the front. Now let's go double tap. Ready, hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Hit. Hit. Pass to your right, move to your right. Hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Hit. Hit. Pass to your right, move to your right. Ready, and hit. Hit. Pass to your left. Hit. Hit. Pass to your right and back to the front. Okay, now there are certain strikes that you can also do to the body. Okay? When you're going to the body, you can do the horizontal strikes. Okay? Either this way or this way. And you can do the straight in strikes. Okay? The perforating strikes, like so. Okay? The throat's a good target also. Okay? You can't do a vertical strike there. Okay? Now, when we get into level 2, and again, like I said last week, every weapon that we do, or everything in our curriculum has a minimum of 3 levels. Some are 6, 7, even up to 10 different levels. Okay, you know, it takes a lot of practice. You know, you're not going to grab a pen and go out, you know, and do something. All right. And while I'm on that subject, you know, there are people right now I've heard that you know, they were training at a certain school. And they left the school and they started their own style, and they're now experts with using a pen. You know, they might have saw a video on YouTube or a class. The United States Martial Tactical Association, John Weil, he's the person who came up with this stuff. All right. So now everybody's copying us. Okay. Am I bragging? Am I making it up? Look it up. Okay. We are the people who originated this stuff, okay? And like I said, we have a curriculum for everything that we do, including just a punch or this kind of movement here. It's not just, well, I'm blocking a kick or something like that. There's a lot more involved, okay?
We actually hold licenses. We went through special school for this. We spent a lot of time studying, researching, getting involved. We've done a lot of research on YouTube with all kinds of stuff. All right. Last year, we got licensed. That's the difference between a lot of amateurs out there, all right? If you want to learn from them, ask them if they have an actual license or a certificate. It makes a big difference. We hold actual license. We need to get renewed every 3 years to what we do. So we're always on top of what we're doing. We're always upgrading. We're always looking for innovative stuff. So you can find a lot of this stuff on YouTube, but you know what? This is a good way to get yourself hurt just from watching something on YouTube that could actually either put you in jail or put you in a coffin. So be careful what you're looking at.
Right, you know, and also, I mean, a lot of people, if you look around the country right now, there's a lot of martial arts schools that have closed down. When I opened up back in 1983, I believe there was like 6 or 7 schools, not people teaching how to Parks and Rec and stuff like that, but actual physical schools. And now there's, I think, only 2 in Biddeford, maybe 1 in Saco now, recently opened. But, you know, I've been around here for, you know, 83, 30 years. So, you know, and I've been doing it for over 45 years. Richard started by watching his daughter go up the ranks, and then one day, instead of watching, why don't I get involved and do this? I'm sitting here anyway. So he started in, and he's been at it ever since. And like you said, we're always upgrading. We train constantly. We had somebody here a few weeks ago. We're hoping to have somebody back here in December. We also travel all over the place to get our information, and we get it from legitimate sources. There's a lot of guys that do the seminar circuit. You know, they do the one-punch knockout or pressure point stuff. Let me tell you something. That does not work. It's a bunch of crap. Okay? This one-finger knockout stuff. If you're standing there and you say, okay, go ahead and do it, it may work, you know, but anybody that, you know, any legitimate person will realize that this is just a bunch of garbage, and it's just, you know, and these guys get paid big bucks to do this crap. Anyways, what we're teaching is realistic and effective, like we've said in earlier episodes. Everything we do has been battlefield tested. Was it necessarily a pen? Maybe not. Okay, what else can you put in your hand that will do the same thing? It could have been a knife. Okay, it could have been a stick, like we're using right now, okay, with a sharp edge. Okay, it could have been a piece of pipe. It could be anything. Okay, so that's how we look at things. Okay, we think outside the box. We research. We study, and we have a huge group of people, and everybody is always looking to find a better way of doing it. And then when somebody says, well, I got something better, then it goes in front of the group, and then we assess it, and if it meets all the criteria that we need, then it becomes part of the system. Okay, unlike these other people that, you know, they train here and they train there, and they go to a seminar and then they start their own style, and they're a master, a grand master, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so anyways, getting back on track. So when you're using a pen, everything we did to the head, you can do the same thing to the body here, except for the vertical strikes. If I was going to do a vertical strike to the body, it would be by, you know, folding him over and then switching hands and then striking like so. And these are all drills. We're teaching you just the very basic stuff right now. If you're really interested in learning how to protect yourself and your family or friends and stuff, I mean, it's a good idea to, you know, we are the authority on it, and you can check out other schools and see what they say. I always tell people, go check someplace else and then come back, you know.
I'm a walking testament to that, because my daughter started when she was 8 years old. All right, she's now 20 years old, and she's leaving for California. I feel very confident that my daughter knows how to fight, that we trained her. All right, there's nothing more I like seeing is fathers and sons coming in, fathers and daughters coming in, mothers and sons coming in. All right, it's, to me, it's a great thing to get into with your kids. We start them off young. Like I said, my daughter was 8 years old. She's 20 now. So, and she's a very good fighter. Very proud of her.
Okay, so what we're going to go to now is some escapes or releases. So if Richard reaches across and grabs me, okay, what am I going to do? I already have my pen in my hand. Okay, level 1, everything starts with the weapon in your hand already. Okay, you're not going to be walking down the street with it in your hand, but like I said, multiple levels of everything. So we start, this is beginners. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to stab what grabs. He grabs me on my shoulder. Boom. Okay, now, when I'm saying that, if he grabs me on the head, okay, I'm not going to go boom and stab him in the head, and actually he pulls his hand out and stab myself in the head. So when I say stab or grabs, I might stab him over here, or I come up from this direction. Remember, we got all the different angles straight in here. Okay, so he grabs again. What if he grabs my hand with a weapon? Boom, I have another hand. This hand's free. His hand's also free, so I got to keep in mind what he's going to be doing with this hand. So I can go bang to buy some time, switch hands, and then start striking, bang, 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 get loose. Okay, grabs my shoulder, same thing. Okay, I can pin his arm and strike him so he can't get away. Okay, he's going to think twice about grabbing somebody the next time. Okay. We're doing it standing still right now. If he does an attack or goes to grab, okay, I just move to the side and I do my strike. Okay, you always want to move. It's harder to hit a moving target than something that's stationary. Okay, so he comes at me again, any way he wants, bang, I strike. I can use my knees. Remember, just because I have a weapon in my hand doesn't mean I have to use it. Okay, I can do the same thing here. He does his attack, I deflect it, and boom, I punch him in the head rather than using a weapon. Okay, that's like people carry firearms. Just because you have a firearm doesn't mean you're going to shoot somebody. Okay, you know, it has to be justifiable. Okay, so if I have no other resources, okay, I'm on the ground, I'm getting beat up, that kind of thing. I'm getting beat up, okay, which I hope never happens. Okay, anyways, and I happen to have, you know, a weapon that I can pull out. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, keeping in mind that the bad guys, you know, probably 99 out of 100 times have a weapon. They're not just going to come at you and say, come on, let's do it. Okay, if they don't have a weapon, they're going to come up and go pop without you expecting it. Okay, so again, be aware of your surroundings and avoid situations or avoid areas where you know there are problems. Okay, so if I grab, you got your pen?
Yep.
Okay, so I grab him, and he's going to do his release, okay? Bang, I grab him here, stab or grabs, stab again, okay? I grab his shoulder, stab, stab, okay?
That's what's very nice about pens, all right? So don't get confused, you only have to use one end. There's two ends to this pen, all right? So I can use it this way, and I can reuse it this way, and if I had to, I can turn it and use it this way. All right, so just don't think you can only hit it with one end. You've got two ends to a pen.
Okay, so I mean, other releases that say, put your pen in your pocket. If he was to grab me in a bear hug, okay, now again I have my pen out already. Boom, I can stab his hand, and I can grab his fingers and just put him in a control here, and then stab him. Okay, that kind of stuff. He grabs me from the front. My arms are trapped. Okay, and I can stab him in the back. I can grab whatever I can grab. You can see that doesn't feel good. Just pinch an inch, strike, okay? And then when he releases, bang, hit him again. Same thing with a choke. He grabs me in a choke, okay? Am I going to do this? Remember, time is critical. So instead of hitting him here, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to go right for the head. If the person's bigger than me, boom, I bend his arms and I stab him in the head. Okay, and a little trick to gain reach when he grabs is I'm going to turn in. So now I extend my shoulder by that much more. Okay, I extend my reach by that much more, gaining my whole shoulder. Okay, so there's all kinds of releases. There's traps, there's pins, we work chokes, controls, if you come with me. Okay, when I worked in bars, I always had a pen on me. Asked the patron to leave, we didn't want to leave. I'm not going to beat the person up, so I grab my pen, I grab him by the ear, or I grab him by the neck and pinch. And they're a little more willing. They don't know what's going on. And when you do it quick and you start pulling, they start coming real quick. And you get them out the door as quick as you can, that kind of thing. Other than that, I mean, repetitions, and practice, practice, practice. That's what we do. We work, again, multiple weapons, multiple levels. And, you know, in order to be good, you know, you need, just like anything else, any sport, if you want to excel, you need to train and you need to practice.
Right.
Okay? So with that, on that note, we're going to conclude. And remember, Kosho Karate Battleground, Maine. And, you know, if you're really interested in protecting yourself and your family and friends, come on over.
again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We've got a lot more to show you.
Okay, until next time.
Thank you.